Hey, my wandering wanderers. Today we're going to be doing today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Capricorn. Please note that this is an energetic reading from the perception of the astrological sign. Please note that everyone has all signs within their chart. So if you have questions about other aspects within your life, you could check the other star signs if needed. That being said, the premise of this reading is to offer insight and awareness towards remediating this energy that needs some love. The chakra deck is used for energetic remediation, while the tarot deck is going to be used for additional insights and awareness of this energy. So pretty much I'm going to say something and resonance might dredge something up. If you resonate with this information, thank you for your time. And if you don't resonate with this information, thank you for your time. Dear Universe, please seek a clear channel for your guidance. Please seek a clear channel for your guidance for the sign of Capricorn I use. Please seek a clear channel for your guidance for the sign of Capricorn I use. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Earth-based vibes. Capricorn. Capricornian vibes. Alright. So, Capricorn, what do you got going on in the second half of March? What do you have going on in the second half of March? What is it that you're trying to do? Or what is it that you're trying to use, and how are you figuring out how to use it? Please remember that Capricorn is an earth-based sign, so what is it that you're physically trying to use in the second half of March? Or what is it that you got going on in the second half of March? And is it actually being used? Food for thought. Catching a bead on missing someone. I'm not sure what that has to do with or pertain with Capricornian energy. We'll see. We will see. Alright, let's go ahead and find out what's going on with Capricorn. There's why I'm out here tooting my horn. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Capricorn. There's something you have to understand when it comes to this experience of trickery. This will help you, when it comes to understanding this experience of this trickery, you might be aware of this facade, but when you become aware of this facade, it's going to help you understand the perception that you're going to be grateful for. This will help you understand and recognize the feelings that you're trying to pull together when it comes to understanding these feelings of this passion, especially when it pertains to this quest that you're starting to understand and how it's being communicated. Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to this quest that's being articulated, you need to understand these feelings of passion when it comes to completing this. This will help you recognize the perception of what you're giving gratitude for or thanks for, and this will help you understand where this awareness of this facade is when it comes to this experience of deception. So Capricorn, I don't know if you're trying to use something or going through something and feeling used, but there's this serious thing that you have to understand when it comes to this quest and how it's being articulated and how you become aware of the facade or the signs, or how you become aware of something that is not what it looks like. The connotation of judging books by covers is kind of something I'm low-key picking up on. Might be having an experience of a book that's not what it looks like, or an experience of something that's not necessarily being articulated, but this is kind of helping you understand the deception of that experience and how you could become aware of like the facade behind the deception of that experience. But this will also understand by being able to become aware of the facade surrounding this experience will help you identify the perception that you are giving thanks to. This might help you understand why you may feel more complete about it, especially when it pertains to the thing that you're actually passionate about, especially when it pertains to how you're using this and how this might pan out for the second half of March. Let's go ahead and get into the additional insight and awareness for for this energy. Capricornian vibes. Capricornian vibes. Second half of March. Second half of March. Catching a beat on the Sailor Moon theme. So if you got things going on unconsciously, as the moon card comes out of the deck, so if things going on unconsciously, how do you understand these unconscious concepts? How do you understand how they're articulating to you? How do you understand the things that you're dealing with unconsciously? What are the things that you're fighting off unconsciously? Food for thought. Here, we'll come over here. Overall, there is a lot of energy surrounding trickery and facade. There's some energy like nearby passion and the quest. So this will show you where all the will let you know how heavy like the energies are surrounding these things. Overall, when it comes to oh man, there's a lot of cards down here. When it comes to this trickery, there is a need to just go ahead and do this. When it comes to this trickery, there's a need to understand how you there's a strong need to comprehend justice and how that's articulated. How do you understand the perception of justice? How is justice communicated to you? Simultaneously speaking, how do you understand your own internal feelings and your own perception of these feelings when it comes to this perception of justice? And how is this experience of this truth behind understanding your own feelings and the perception of it, how does it get communicated in this justice? This will help you understand this experience of trickery. Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to becoming aware of what this facade is and how it pertains to this trickery, a big thing that you need to understand is what is the how are you aware of the emotions that are coming together? How is this awareness of these emotions becoming fucked up or messed up, for that matter? What are the actual feelings of what are the emotions that pertain to this physical fulfillment, and how do you take the time to explore those feelings of physical fulfillment? It's like, if I want my end result to be you know, a loving family with you know, 2 kids in a car, like, what does that feeling of that experience feel like? Okay, how do I sit here and think about that how do I sit down and meditate on those feelings? What's the experience of meditating on that? Also, are you out here looking for A and doing B? Are you out here saying X and feeling like Y? It's like, is this the proper emotion for that feeling? Simultaneously speaking, when you take the time to understand these things, this will help you understand the perception that you are actually being grateful for, because by taking the time to understand the difference between A and B and how you delineate will help you become aware of why this experience of trickery has kind of made you peel back the veil of what's really going on. You could just see how messed up it was and how like the core emotions are out there that were surrounding that. But that being said, when it comes to understanding this passion and how it's pertaining to your quest and how you're expressing it, there's a strong need to understand this projection of transformation. It's a strong need to understand how this energy is literally transformation from the perception of how one aspect of it is no longer applicable and how the other half of it is applicable. And there's a strong need to understand how these emotions are being articulated when it comes to it, especially from the perception of passion and how it's articulating from this quest, but also understanding how this stuff is being integrated from a foundational perception, because the more you understand this passion and how it's articulated from this quest, the more it'll help you understand the completion behind it and why it might be a bit more fulfilling from that perception of transformation. Literally taking the time to drop the energies that don't pertain, because it will be perceptible as you're continuing to change from that perception. We also have the Queen of Wands out here in the distance, so it's very important to take the time to understand the internal perceptions of this belief and how it's exuded from the inside, and this should help you understand This should help you understand this perception of your own belief and how it pertains to everything, especially as you get closer and closer towards what this quest is for you. Okay? So overall, there's a lot of awareness-based energy in this spread. There's a little bit of almost like awareness-based energy and communicative energy, so make sure you take the time to become aware of whatever it is that you're becoming aware of and understand and pay attention to how it's being articulated. That being said, symbolism is meant to understand the energies of the situation, so if anyone takes these simplistic statements literal or negative, don't be surprised as the evil eye shows up. Please realize it's important to experience this information and discern it for yourself. Peace be with you, namaste. Thank you for your candor, and have a nice day.